Texas, back to the Big 12. Done with the SEC. Gone are the days the mighty Longhorns could win the Southeastern Conference. They are outside of the top 25, and it only took a year and a half, less than a year and a half, for Texas to tuck its tail between its legs and say, you know what? Hand up, we're done. We probably aren't cut out for this. And when they lose to Oklahoma this weekend, it's going to be reiterated that somehow the Sooners, who were bad in the Big 12 in their last season of the Big 12 Conference, somehow those very same Sooners are going to walk into Dallas and beat Texas and prove that they were the true winners of this. Daniel from Groesbeck. Brian from Coppell. What if we go to Jim from Killeen? Kara from Cuero. I'm getting into like a alliteration thing now. You think they were all excited, okay? Daryl out of Anna, Texas, says, wow, can't believe the Longhorns are going to the mighty SEC. This is going to be great for me. I'm going to get to watch great college football every single weekend. Hook 'em horns. And we're going to make millions and millions of more dollars. So my question is, Kara, Daniel, Steven, did you see a dime? Did you see a dime of that money? The $20 extra million a year in the SEC, the Lamborghinis the players get, Arch Manning, the last name Manning being at quarterback. Did you get to have the last name Manning? Did you get a Lamborghini? Of that $20 million, did you at least get $100K? Because now your viewing experience of Texas football is so much worse than it was. Congrats on your best win. UTEP, 27-10. Is that what you want to hang your hat on? You might just lose to Mississippi State and Kentucky. I can't promise you a win against Vanderbilt. Now, here's what you might be saying. Well, isn't this just diluting the Big 12? Doesn't this just mean the Big 12 is worse? No, I want to give you a case here. Number one, I do think the SEC is better at football than the Big 12, and by and large, most seasons you'll have a decently okay schedule in the Southeastern Conference, but maybe a little bit more okay schedule in the Big 12. And for some reason, Texas is making a schedule that's not that hard look hard in the Southeastern Conference. So yeah, the SEC is better at football. You have a stronger shot as Texas to win the Big 12 championship. But for Texas' last 15 years in the Big 12 conference, they won less than Baylor. Less Big 12 titles than the little Baptist school in Waco. Baylor. So I can't even guarantee you would win a college football playoff game as a Big 12 team. I can't guarantee you would go to the college football playoff as a Big 12 team. I can tell you your schedule would probably be a little bit easier, but I cannot promise you anything. Because Texas, man, there's just something in the culture that's not getting it done. That's not right. Arch Manning is struggling, mightily struggling right now. I talked to Mac Brown a couple weeks ago, and he's got confidence that's similar to Vince Young. Arch Manning will find it. But my question is when? In the upcoming schedule for Texas, they didn't even get a hard slate here. They didn't even get a hard slate. Oklahoma started the year. It should have been outside of the top 25, as bad as they were last season, and they've proven to be decent. Kentucky, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, Arkansas. Yeah, I don't have any pity for you. Because you had a pretty easy slate. And I remember you losing to Baylor or TCU in your last couple of years in the Big 12 or Oklahoma State. I remember those games for Texas. I remember the way you lost in this conference, saying that you were the big dog, you were the bell cow. And then you won the league. Yeah, you won the league going out. But for this, to be outside of the top 25, not only to be outside of the top 25, but still be bragging, look how much money we made. And what you've done is diluted college football. You've diluted the product of college football by leaving the Big 12. We're no longer going to have our fun regional rivalries. We don't get to see Baylor and Texas, Texas Tech and Texas. We don't get to see even TCU and Texas, which TCU and the Horned Frogs under Gary Patterson dominated the Longhorns. We don't get those games. Now we get classics like Texas, Kentucky, Texas and Vanderbilt, or UT and Georgia. Ah, yes, the old rivalries. You've diluted the product of college football and its regionality. And more so than that, you keep screaming at me that this is all about money. But that money is something that you don't get. And instead, in exchange for 3 new letters, you'll be allowed to see Texas lose even more every single weekend. The expectations be even higher because they're in the SEC, and next year they'll be top 10 preseason because Texas reloaded the roster. They have NFL caliber talent all over the place, and I think right now the best team in the Longhorn State is in Lubbock. You would lose to Texas Tech. You wouldn't know what to do with the Texas Tech defensive line. But that money, right? The new hot tub they got? Oh, did you see the expense? DKR is getting a little bit better? Oh, wow. It's already, I don't think college football is built on being able to sit in the rafters, in the nosebleeds of DKR and look across the way and see 17 skyscrapers. If that's the version of college football you love, then you don't know college football, because it's not it. My version is not going to LA and seeing a team play in the middle of a concrete jungle, going to Pitt and seeing a team play in an NFL stadium. My version is Ames, Iowa. My version is Knoxville, Tennessee, is Oxford, Mississippi. My version is not what Texas gives you. They don't give you the true college football game day experience. And buddy, I've burned down 6th Street a few times. Buford's a great bar. But it's not what college football is. Like, Texas losing is good for the sport at this point, because Texas doesn't represent the everyman. Texas doesn't represent Jim from Groesbeck. That guy might as well just go be an A&M fan. Might as well just go be a TCU fan, a Baylor fan. Go support he might as well go support Axtell on a Friday night and go watch those Longhorns, because it's a better football product when we talk about what's beautiful and quintessential in the sport on the gridiron. Texas just lost sight of that. They got too flashy. They wanted the money. They wanted to give the kids Lamborghinis. You go to Axel, they're not giving them Lamborghinis. They're probably running the trap tee, spinning that thing around and throwing the ball maybe twice a game. And it rocks. You go to Liberty Hill. That's not very far. You'll watch them run it. The double wing, And that is so much better for college football, so much better for football when we have the small town teams, the college towns that do it the right way. Texas said, we want the money, we're going to the SEC. And now what? You lost to 1-3 Florida? 1-3 Florida. Lost to an Ohio State team that do you think they're number one? Do you? Are they good? Yeah, but you had 7 points, boss. What are we doing here? I think the University of Texas Longhorns fell victim to the same thing the USC Trojans did. The lust for money. The want for money. In the end, you're just going to lose. And your fan base cannot see you have an opportunity to win the same way you had the opportunity to win in a conference like the Big 12, where everyone was pretty even, where a whole lot of schools were pretty even. And so if you wanted more money, okay. But just understand, as a fan, you didn't see that. You didn't get a dime. And it doesn't help you anything other than watching your team lose at a more frequent rate. So good. At this point, yeah, come back. Come on back, man. So we can just keep beating you. Because that's all, the last 15 years, that's really all I saw from Texas, was just the Big 12 beating you. And I miss it. I miss having the opportunity for Texas to come to town and watch Iowa State whip up on the Longhorns. TCU whip up on the Longhorns. That's why I want you back. And we'll give you the same money you get everybody else. That everybody else gets, that we give everybody else. We'll give you that same money. I am more than happy to see what's happening in Austin, Texas right now, and not shocked in the slightest. And 2 of the worst officiating calls of all time helped you win a playoff game last year. Arizona State won the game. Like, we go back and oop, was a catch, wasn't a catch. Officials just don't know what they're doing. What's new, though? Nothing's new under the sun. The SEC is supposed to win, right? They're supposed to be the big bad boys. They're the ones that have all the PR. Congrats, Texas. Hook 'em. This has been It Always Will Be Locked On. Thanks for making it your first listen every single day. Dose Grande.